I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
Well, folks, the political soap opera just added a plot twist no one had on their 2025 bingo card. Sean Diddy Combs, yes, the bad boy for life, is allegedly trying to score a presidential pardon from Donald Trump.
I'm allowed to do it, but nobody's asked me to do it. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about the case, but I know I have the right to do it. I have the right to give pardons. I've given pardons to people before, but nobody's even asked me to do it.
And here's the kicker. Trump's dragging his feet. 50 Cent is basically playing security guard to the Oval Office, and this whole thing feels like House of Cards crashed into TMZ Live. So the question is this about justice, friendship, or just a flex in the ultimate celebrity power game? Oh, you're gonna want the receipts, and I've got all of them. Here's the setup. Diddy's facing sentencing for a cocktail of charges that's juicier than a Real Housewives reunion. Now, whispers from behind the velvet rope say his inner circle is making calls, and not to his lawyers. Nope, to Donald J. Trump, America's most reality TV president. The idea, Trump waves that magic pardon wand and poof. Diddy sidesteps prison like it's a bad red carpet angle. But here's where it gets spicy. Trump's apparently meh about the whole thing, and 50 Cent, never one to pass up a good feud, might be nudging the Donald to keep that pen capped. Before we dive into the delicious details, hit that subscribe button now, because this channel is where celebrity drama gets fact-checked, roasted, and served hotter than Diddy's old champagne ads. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next one. Let's get into it. Sean Combs has been no stranger to headlines, but lately, it's been less Forbes list, more court docket. He's facing allegations that range from federal trafficking investigations to assault claims. And let's not forget, this is the same guy who once made headlines for allegedly whacking someone with a champagne bottle during a nightclub brawl. Now, his sentencing date is creeping up like a bad ex sliding into your DMs at 2 a.m. And if the hammer comes down, it's not just his freedom at stake. His brand empire? Toast. His endorsement deals? Already evaporating faster than a shot of Kirok at a VIP table. And when your life's turning into a TMZ alert every 12 hours, you start looking for lifelines. For Diddy, that lifeline is Donald J. Trump, the man who's pardoned everyone from Lil Wayne to political allies, sometimes without blinking. But if you think this is just about a pardon, wait until you see who's lurking behind the curtain trying to shut it down. 50 Cent has made a second career out of collecting grudges like they're rare sneakers. His beef with Diddy isn't new. These two have traded shade for years, from snarky Instagram posts to subtle lyrical jabs. So, when whispers started that Diddy's crew was cozying up to Trump, 50 didn't just sit back. Word is he's been leaning on his own connections, including the fact that Trump and 50 have been publicly buddy-buddy in the past, to make sure the bad boy CEO stays, well, a bad boy in jail. This isn't just I don't like you energy. This is strategic interference. Think chess, but with bottle service. And if you think that's petty, wait till you hear why Trump's dragging his feet. It's part politics, part optics, and maybe part 50. Donald Trump isn't exactly allergic to celebrity drama, but pardoning Diddy? That's a political minefield. He's been posturing for another run, and the photo op of him saving a hip-hop mogul with legal baggage doesn't exactly scream law and order to his base. Sources say he's been considering the request, which in Trump speak is basically, let's see if this plays well on Fox News. But here's the kicker. Trump has used celebrity pardons before as cultural flexes, which makes you wonder, is this reluctance really about politics, or has someone been whispering in his ear? Spoiler, Diddy's not sending just anyone to do the whispering. Diddy's camp isn't just crossing fingers, they're mobilizing like it's the Oscars gift lounge. Word is, mutual acquaintances have been reaching out to Trump world with a mix of charm and, well, let's just say potential incentives. One unconfirmed but deliciously scandalous rumor that there was talk of a private Mar-a-Lago fundraiser with a star-studded guest list if the right paperwork moved forward. Allegedly. And honestly, is that even shocking at this point? This isn't begging. This is the Hollywood version of siege warfare. Charm offensives, power dinners, maybe a mysterious luxury gift or two sent just because. And yet, just when you think the castle walls might be cracking, the other side shows up with a catapult made of pure pettiness. Oh, and stick around, because in a few minutes, I'm gonna tell you about the one move Trump could make that would blow up both Diddy and 50's plans in a single stroke. And trust me, no one's talking about this yet. 50 Cent's social media is basically a meme-based weapon. Lately, every cryptic post and sly jab seems perfectly timed to keep public opinion leaning against Diddy. If Trump's watching public sentiment, and you know he is, then 50's memes aren't just jokes, they're moves in a game of influence chess. And the more Trump sees the public leaning nah on Diddy, the more that pardon pen stays capped. But before you think this is just hip-hop pettiness, you need to see why this is actually a masterclass in power plays. This isn't just rap beef spilling into politics, it's a masterclass in how influence actually works in America. Think about it. We've seen celebrity pardons before. Lil Wayne, Kodak Black, even Mark Rich in the Clinton years. But here's the difference. Those were political chess moves or last-minute favors. This question mark, this is a three-way grudge match between a president, a hip-hop mogul, and a rap legend who lives for the art of trolling. It's less Keeping Up with the Kardashians and more Game of Thrones. If Westeros had Kirok sponsorships, Instagram beef, and guest appearances at the White House. And in this game, the throne isn't a chair. It's control over the narrative. Whoever wins the public perception battle gets the leverage. And right now, that war's still wide open. The chessboard's set. Diddy's sentencing is near, Trump's considering, and 50's making sure the vibe stays frosty. Whatever happens, there's no quiet ending here. Whether it's a headline-making pardon or the most triumphant told you so in hip-hop history, it's coming. All right. Remember earlier when I said Trump could make one move that would blow up both Diddy and 50's plans in a single shot? Here it is. What if Trump flips the script and publicly dangles the pardon, but only if Diddy makes a grand televised endorsement of Trump's midterm campaign blitz in 2026, the one aimed at keeping his party in control and setting up his legacy for 2028. Think about it. It forces Diddy into a corner. If he says yes, he alienates half his fan base and becomes a political lightning rod for years. If he says no, the pardon vanishes faster than one of his disappearing business partners. And here's the kicker, 50 Cent wouldn't love it either, because if Diddy actually did make the endorsement, it would still give him the pardon, and all of the 50's anti-Diddy chess moves would go up in smoke. It's a chaos play. A pure Trumpian spectacle that keeps him in the headlines, forces both rivals to squirm, and turns the story into something even bigger than the pardon itself. Would he actually do it? Well, let's just say this is a man who turned "you're fired" into a brand, so I wouldn't bet against it. So there it is, the political thriller you didn't know you needed, starring Donald Trump, Diddy, and 50 Cent. If Trump pardons Diddy, brace yourself for the most awkward thank you speech ever. If he doesn't, well, 50 might already have the champagne chilling. Either way, you know this story isn't done, and neither are we. So like this video, drop your prediction in the comments, and subscribe if you live for the chaos where politics meets celebrity drama. Because here, we don't just spill tea, we serve it in a gold-plated chalice with a paparazzi flash.